YouTube, what is up, man? It is your boy Leek. Welcome back to another video. First and foremost, I gotta thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. But we also hit 20,000 on Instagram last week, and we hit our YouTube sub goal of 4,000. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. The support and the love has been crazy. I'm trying to respond to everybody's DMs and stuff like that, but I just gotta say it to all of you right now that are watching. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. You have no idea. But anyway, into today's video. So I did a poll on Instagram asking you guys like, hey, what would be a good idea for the next YouTube video? And a bunch of people voted on the poll and just said like, hey, let's do a day in the life plus a Q&A. So in the video, you're gonna see me like going out through like a day, typical day. And then also, towards the end of the video, it's basically gonna be like a conversation with you guys, answering a bunch of the questions that you may have, some of the insight and advice that I may have for people starting their journey or diet or anything like that. So make sure you stay around for that, or skip the entire video if that's what you wanna do and go right there to see if I answered your question. No judgments, it's all good. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. It should be a W video. If you like the video, man, make sure you like the video. Our last video, I think, got over 100 likes. So on this video, I'm asking you guys, it's a challenge. Please, let's get 100 likes on today's video. If you're watching the video right now, like the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're not sub, man, so we can hang out and continue to watch the content and stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into today's video, and I'll see you guys at the end. I'm not working right now. I have a job, but I have vacation hours that were basically gonna get canceled if I didn't use them before December was out. So I don't have to work till Thursday. So I've literally just been like kind of like cooling and yeah, just chilling. But yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys to a day in my life outside of work. This is probably be a little two-part thing because similar to a video that I did before where I had like my friend's dad come through. The Eagles play the Cowboys, so if you're in Philly or you're a Cowboys fan, you know how big that rivalry game is. So we're gonna have like a little watch party here at my place this weekend. And they're all gonna be hanging out, so I'm probably gonna show that. But I'm about to cut my hair because you see your boy is looking kinda crazy right now. Okay, so I'm in the bathroom. I'm about to cut my hair. I'm about to get all this stuff ready. I've been cutting my hair since the beginning of COVID. I'm gonna have to prop a picture up on the screen if I still have it of my brother when I first cut his hair. I try to give him a fade and just like... Anyway, so yeah, I'm about to cut my hair right now. I've been cutting my hair for pretty much probably like about like a year or so. No, probably like 2 years or something like that. I started like in COVID. I'm not the best at it, and sometimes I do generally just mess myself up. Like my hairline might be a little crooked or something like that. For whatever reason, bro, I don't know why. Like when I try to get this right here, I could do it fine on my right side. But when I try to get my left side, wait, no, this is my left. I like can't get this thing to just be like, you know what I mean? So sometimes it like looks like a little swig. So hopefully I don't do that because now I'm actually about to let you guys watch me cut my hair so I don't mess myself up. I think I'm just gonna like cut it a little bit, maybe fade this a little bit. That'd be it, and then yeah. So I'm about to do that right now. All right, so this is it. This is my cut. Not too crazy. I mean, I kind of messed my hairline up a little bit, but that's cool. The fades don't look too crazy either, but at the end of the day, man, listen, the reason I cut my hair is one, because it's free. And fellas, I'm telling you, the best thing you can do is go ahead and buy yourself some clippers, mess yourself up a few times, and then like, you'll figure it out, you'll learn, and then you learn how to cut your hair. I save so much money by cutting hair. Obviously, sometimes, like, if I want to get like a design, like sometimes you'll see I have like the swoosh and stuff like that. If I try to give myself a swoosh, then like, I'll probably be wearing a hat for the next month. But if I'm just doing something regular, like a simple cut with a little fade, like I'll do that myself. You save a bunch of money. Go get you some clippers. They're like $80 or whatever, man. Learn how to cut your hair. It's like literally the best thing that you can do. All right, so my boy Niles on the camera right now, my childhood friend. I'll introduce. Show him yourself in the mirror now. Show us Mr. Space Engineer, young Elon Musk, but he's black. It's literally like pretty much like literally like the dude is like literally a genius. It's crazy. We grew up together, but right now, what I'm about to do is. I gotta run to my parents' house to pick up some stuff. My dad and them are coming over to watch the Eagles game versus the Cowboys today, so they're coming over to watch the game, eat and stuff like that. I had to clear out my closet as well, so I'm still throwing it out. We're taking some clothes to Goodwill. But yeah, that's what we're about to get into, and let's get it.
Oh my God! How does he let that happen?
I tell you, Dad was gonna mess it up.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen before in the game.
Wow, you've never seen that happen before in a game?
Where he just gets it.
Yeah, I mean, what type of quarterback does that?
He's gonna hold the hell?
What is he doing, Rob?
A few minutes later.
That is crazy. Okay, so we are about to answer all of these DMs. And the question that you guys asked me before I get into them, I just want to say thank you guys, man, so much for supporting me and inspiring me and making me believe that this is something that I can do. When you guys message me and say like I'm motivating you or I'm inspiring you, something like that, that is a greater gift than I can ever give you guys, because like you don't understand like the magnitude that just pushes me to keep going and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate it. If I don't answer your question, just hit me up on another social media. There was a lot of questions, so I tried to like group them together where like, you know, 1 and 2 or 4 or 5 questions kind of all mixing together. So I try to do that. But if there's something more specific, do not hesitate. Hit me up on social media. I got you. Instagram is kind of crazy, so like maybe hit me up on Snapchat. Just said I'm gonna start posting there, or Twitter or something like that, and we'll get it popping. But without further ado, let's get into these questions. All right, so I guess the first few questions are pretty much just gonna be like a rundown of pretty much like who I am. Obviously, my name is Malik Twyman. I am 5'9", 207 right now, and I'm from Philadelphia. So a bunch of people ask me like where I'm from and like how tall I am. I don't know why it matters how tall I am, but yeah, I'm 5'9". I'm not the tallest, unfortunately. So yeah, there it is. So those questions are out the door. This is a great question too, because I feel like I would love to talk about this. So some people ask, what's your why? How'd you do it? What was the formula? And what's one memory you think of that makes you feel better? I think in terms of fitness with me, or not really content creation, but in terms of fitness, I was at a really bad position in my life. Like after, I was a college athlete for a while, for my entire life, honestly. And obviously when COVID came and canceled my senior season and sent me home, I'm from a very close-knit family anyway. So when my season got canceled, I'm like, okay, that sucks, but at least I got to be with my family. But upon me getting home, my brother got really sick. And at the time we shared a room, so we were together interacting with each other like every single day. And randomly, like he just like, you know, he started feeling sick or whatever, and it got more serious and serious and serious. So he went to this is during COVID as well. He went to the hospital, and the doctor said he like inflamed lymph nodes all over his body. His resting heart rate was like 130. And it honestly, as a big brother, it just felt like I was gonna lose my big brother. I mean, not my big brother, my little brother. But if he sees that, he's gonna be like, I told you, you're my big brother. He's the big brother, whatever. But yeah, it felt like I was gonna lose my little brother. And one night I kind of just got on my knees and I just prayed and just, I literally, this is crazy. I asked the Lord, I just said like, listen, like you can take my life, save my brother. And if you save him, I promise I'll be the best person that I can be. And insanely enough, like after my brother was in a hospital for a few weeks, he literally came home the next day. So for me, it was like, one, it solidified me in my faith as being a Muslim, of just being like, this is real, and the power of Allah is real, and the power of dua is real. And just like, yeah, that really locked me in. And then, but also put me in this mindset of just appreciating life and like how temporary it could be and how you should appreciate it. And I knew where my body was at the time and like how I was treating my life. It just wasn't, you know, how I should have been. So being where I am in the platform, the somewhat of a platform that I do have, I want to be able to pass that message forward to the person that I was a year ago, to that person that doesn't like where they are, doesn't like how they look, and want to make a change in their life. I would like to be a person that can almost radiate a message to them to just say like, hey, one, you're going to be okay. You can get to where you want to be, and whatever you are in life, like it doesn't matter, like, because you can make the change if you're willing just to be consistent and be disciplined in that time of when it just, stuff isn't going your way. And to be that person and to get messages from people saying like, hey man, like you inspire me, you're motivating me and stuff like that, it's crazy, because like I literally, like I feel it, like I can feel exactly where they were in life and stuff like that. So to be able to share that with them and to share that message just means a lot to me. This was a great question that was kind of like a trend of questions. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going? And what makes you start? Honestly, I think the best thing for you to do if you're looking to start like content creation, if you're looking to begin your gym journey, stuff like that, I kind of posted a video this week about it. The first thing is like self-acceptance, and like its purest form, right? Where like it's literally like everything that you have in your life, anything that deals about you, just kind of accept it and be the person that you are. Don't make any excuses for your shortcomings or anything negative that you kind of have in your life. Fully accept exactly where you are, but then understand like at some point you can build yourself to being the person that you want to be, or be in the position in life that you want to be. I think once you kind of accept that and you're honest about it, like that's when you can truly begin to make steps to move forward in life and to be the person that you want to be. In terms of motivation, everybody's different right there. Like I think in the beginning of your journey, it's helpful to have something that motivates you, kind of like jumpstart or push you into what you want to do. But I don't think you can rely on motivation in total. Like here I am a year later, and I can't tell you that every time I go to the gym, I feel motivated, or every time I have to eat healthy, I feel motivated to do the right thing or anything like that. Motivation comes and goes just like any other emotion that's going to be temporary. You can't control them, so you can't, and because it's temporary, you can't rely on them. So I think that's kind of like the better question is like how to remain disciplined. And the thing about discipline is kind of you just have to choose to be the person that you want to be. And what I mean by that is like in the beginning of your journey or whatever that you're doing, you're going to have like your two selves. It's the self that you want to be, and then there's the self that you are in your past. And like the self that you are in your past or that you currently are going to have the negative attributes or characteristics or habits that you kind of want to get out of. And then there's the new person that you want to be. And it's kind of like a battle between the two. And when you're put in situations where it tests who you want to be, you kind of have to just push yourself to be that other person, if that makes sense. Where it's like, okay, where if I tell you right now, like, okay, you want to lose weight, okay, well, you have to eat this for the next few months, you know what I mean? Or when you're out to eat with your friends and you could go eat something that's not healthy for you, or you get the healthy food, then that's a question between the two selves. It's like, okay, your old self would take the easy route and eat something that you shouldn't, but the better self would literally go the right way and just eat something healthier. So when you're put in positions like that, try to make decisions that the person that you want to be would make. How long do you take in between each set? I try to take like 30 seconds to 45 seconds in between sets. Like I don't want to just sit there and like take like a 5-minute break between reps or stuff like that. But obviously it depends, like if you're doing a crazy lift where like it's a lot of weight or it's a lot of volume and stuff like that, where your body kind of needs some time where you're like really just to recover, then you could take a little bit more time. But if you're doing something that isn't like over intensive, then yeah, I don't think you want to just take like forever in between your sets. That's just what I do. 2 questions here. So when do I plan on hitting my goal weight? So I'm about, like I said, like 207 to 210. I'm fluctuating between the two now. I will hope by like February, either mid-February or the end of February, or even the beginning. Depends on like how hard I go in January. I will hope to be around like 195 to 200 pounds. I would like to be there. I really want to be under 200 pounds just because like I just want to see that number on the scale. That would be really cool. And what camera or app or what shots do I use? I use a Sony a7 IV for my camera. I use a f/24 G Master lens with a 1.8 aperture. I don't really know the lens. The lens is nice too. That's the lens that I use. I use a Sony a7 IV. I just said that. So yeah, that's the camera that I use, and that's when I plan on looking the way I want to look. This is a huge question. A lot of people ask about like, what ab exercises do I do? How do I lose my belly fat? I have to say that, so obviously you can't lose a specific fat in one part of your body. You just can't do that. Like it's just over time with training and stuff like that, just slowly fat just moves itself off your body. So the exercise that I do, like literally just simple crunches. I would do ab raises, hang like raising my knee up to like my chest and stuff like that. I would do those. But right now I really don't even train abs that much. Like abs are all relative, like your body fat percentage. The lower body fat percentage that you have, the more visible your abs are going to be. So if you train every single day, you're training your abs crazy and you're like, Malik, why am I not seeing my abs? It might be just because like you still have a pretty high body fat percentage. As you begin to trim that off, you'll begin to see that, but that could go into cardio. Something that I did that was really helpful was fasted cardio in the morning. So the moment you wake up, before you put anything in your body or whatever, go downstairs, get on the treadmill for like 45 minutes to an hour, put it on an incline, and then just literally just walk. I would do that kind of like every day for a little bit to start my day, and I saw a lot of weight drop off because of that. So yeah, cardio is key, and then obviously as you begin to do more cardio, you're working out pretty intensely. This was a question, how many times a day do I work out? I usually work out about 5 times a week with 2 days off, sometimes 6. So yeah, there's that. So in general, as you continue to work out and you're doing more cardio and you're working out and you're eating clean, you'll see your body fat percentage start to drop, and you'll start beginning to lose that gut or whatever and seeing your abs. So this question asked about dieting and how you basically control your diet once you start it, and how long does it take before you begin to see the results. So everybody's going to be different in this regard, but me personally, I started seeing results probably like after, I don't know, maybe after like 2 months, I would start losing weight and stuff like that. But as far as like your transformation, like that's usually about a year depending on how you look. But like everybody's different. Again, everybody's gonna be different there. before you kind of like transform the way you look. I would say about a year, 6 months to a year. 6 months you'll like really start noticing that you look different, but like in a year you could like look completely different. In regards to like your diet and like being able to binge sometimes, I must stress this, it is perfectly fine occasionally for you to binge like and eat what you want. Maybe I shouldn't use the word binge, but definitely you should have days where you're like having a cheat meal or something like that, just because you don't want to risk burnout where like you don't have a cheat meal for a month or whatever, stuff like that. If you're not planning on stepping on stage and you're doing this for health reasons and you just want to look good, you can still from time to time eat a meal that isn't the most healthy, which is fine, you know what I mean? It's cool. Just obviously everything that you do is in moderation. Eating super clean and healthy, you have to do it in moderation. Obviously if you do it too much, you might burn out, where you pig out for a week and then like you kind of reset all the work you put in. So I would say for me, what I did was probably like 1 day a week where I'll kind of just have like a meal that I kind of wanted to eat, whatever. It didn't really matter how many calories or whatever it was. That's what I would do. And then honestly, like with the dieting and stuff like that, you're still gonna have natural cravings and stuff for foods that you were eating in the past that you still want. I would try to find alternatives to those things. So if you're someone that likes cereal, try to find like a cereal that maybe doesn't have that much sugar and has like fiber and protein and stuff like that. There's a bunch of questions surrounding this as well. So this says, do you train with a trainer for the result you had with the year or any guidance? I will honestly say like in my first year, no. But then again, I was an athlete my entire life. So I was already kind of familiar with like working out kind of in the gym and like kind of knowing my way around and stuff like that. If you're somebody that doesn't know how to work around the gym, like what workouts to do and stuff like that, you could get a trainer if you want to, but honestly, bro, I'm telling you, like the cheaper route to go is literally YouTube. Like literally go on YouTube, watch people that are like big time in the fitness industry, or like dudes that are bodybuilders and stuff like that, like C-Bum or like any dudes like that. See the workouts that they're doing. Like their videos are super informational and they explain why they're doing the workouts they're doing, with the goal of the workout, what they're trying to feel, stuff like that. So you can get a trainer if that's just what you want. But if you're looking for pure just like informational stuff and like how to get around the gym, I would literally just watch people work out on YouTube. Like that's literally what I did. I can relate to people better that way. Like people that have like a similar story to you or went through similar things, seeing somebody that went through the same things and also reached like a place of victory or somewhere where the person feels like they hope to be at one point, I think somebody can support you in that way. So kind of just do that. Share like who you are, your journey, your struggles and stuff like that. Be authentic. I don't think you should try to like emulate anybody else that's on social media or like try to be somebody that you're not or anything like that. Like just be you, because if you're you, you'll find people that want to support you for you. Like you'll never change because you are who you are. So I think that's for one. What things are you scared of? Obviously you're going to be scared like in the beginning. Like don't be shocked when like people that you know in real life don't support you. And this is with anything. This isn't just with content creation. Anything that you're doing, if you're chasing like a dream or a passion of yours, don't take it personal, and don't be surprised when people that you literally talk to in everyday life, see them every day, you think you're best friends, and like when you're doing things, they don't support you. And it's like, it's crazy because you're like, I've known you my whole life, how aren't you supporting me? But that's just like how it is. It's crazy. Like people that you don't know or have never met in real life are going to support you more than the people that you literally spend every single day with sometimes. It's crazy, but it's true. So don't be surprised by that. Don't be taken back by it. It's not an issue, you know what I mean? People are going to do what they want, but you have to continue to just push forward and be the person that you are and try to take the steps forward to reach the goal that you want to reach. So don't be afraid of that. Failure, don't be afraid to fail. Like obviously like with content creation, you're going to spend sometimes hours working on a video, you post it and it flops. Doesn't mean it was a bad video, doesn't make you a bad creator. It just didn't work out. It didn't do well. So like don't let, you know, when things don't go your way, they push you back and be like, oh, maybe this isn't for me, maybe I should stop posting. Like no, keep posting, keep trying. Eventually you're going to be rewarded for it, and you just have to trust that idea. This says, you seem like a humble man. What makes you stay that way in a world full of crazy people? I think my entire life I've always been like extremely humble, but that comes from a place of like never really truly feeling like I was the best at anything, or like feeling like that I was honestly just like didn't belong in certain places. So I feel like now, because I'm in a position where I have somewhat of a platform, like I still have like that feeling of being like, you're not good enough, or like, you know, like you don't belong, like what do you think you're doing? Just like general like self-doubt things that obviously like, you know, aren't always true. But because I was in that position at one point, I know how it feels. So I feel like even where I'm at in life right now, I still won. I believe that, you know, there's a lot of things that I can fix about myself. There's a lot of things that I can increase on. I don't believe in any way that I'm better than anybody, or that there's anything that I have that makes that me, doesn't allow me to equate to somebody else because I look a certain way or I live a certain life or anything like that. I was that person. Like, I was the person that got laughed at, and I was the person that looked funny, or I felt the person that was insecure. Like, I was that person, and I still am that person. Like, I don't want you guys to assume like just because like my look changes that, you know, like when you make a change in like how you look or anything like that, that you're always going to feel super confident in life. Because you don't. There's going to be moments where, you know, you don't feel the best, or you don't feel like you look the best, or whatever. Like, those emotions still come and go. But you know, I feel like having those emotions definitely keep me humble. This question was how to do squats when you're so weak and your knees bend inward. I'll kind of change that question a little bit to just form in general, fitness. With being in the gym, if you feel like you're kind of lacking in a certain exercise or a movement or something like that, obviously the same way to like figure out like how to work out in general, YouTube is going to be the best. So like, try to see if there's videos that like tell you like how to fix that. Like I said, I am still learning fitness myself, so like I'm in no shape or form a guru of this stuff and like can tell you exactly how to fix certain stuff. Like, I know my experience and what I was able to do. But like, YouTube is obviously going to be your best friend with there, and then obviously just practicing over time. So if this is something that you're struggling with, maybe you try to do a different exercise that will give you the same result. Like, if you can't squat, maybe like a hack squat or a pendulum squat or a Bulgarian or something like that, or like a body weight squat, and kind of like work your way back up to it. And that's with anything that you're kind of feeling like. Just doing different things that might give you a similar result or just don't hurt you, stuff like that is something that I would do. So that about does it for the questions, man. There was 256 questions. I counted them. So hopefully I tried to group together like a trend of questions to kind of answer them instead of like making you guys sit here and watch me answer all 200 and so questions. So I hope it was a W, man. I hope there was some benefit in there. And if I didn't get to your question, or you think you have a more specific question, DM me. Or honestly, I just told you guys I'm about to start posting on Snapchat. Hit me on Snapchat or Twitter, like other social media where like my DMs aren't really flooded, where I can have more access to the message. Hit me there. I'll love to answer and talk to you guys about anything that I can give advice on or help you guys, help you out with. So do that. But I will say, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Much love as always. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me and showing me this is something that I can do. And I can't say enough how much those messages mean when you message me saying you inspire me, you motivate me, because you guys inspire and motivate me more than I could ever give that to you. So every day that I'm able to post to you guys and show you things in my life, things that I was able to go through that help you, that's the gift. That's all that I need. Which is unreal that I could even say that, but I really do appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. If you're starting your journey and like I said, there's more things that you need, bro, hit me up. I got you. You know what I mean? Like, I really do value that I was once a person in that position of where I explained to you where I was in life. So being where I am now and still knowing I have so much longer to go, I would love to be able to be a helping hand for you and like giving you a hand with, you know, getting to wherever you want to be, if I can. So like I said, just hit me up. Hope the video is a W. If you like the video, like the video. I got a lot of ideas for content moving forward as we continue to grow and stuff like that. So keep your eye out for that stuff. Have a great night. I love you guys, man. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.